Good job on breakfast this morning.
Thank you.
Good morning, guys. It's Sunday.
Made breakfast sandwiches. You made yours on toast.
I
I
did.
made mine on English muffin, and I have 5 extra for the week. So I'll have breakfast every morning this week
Yeah,
by only working one day.
there you go. I don't eat breakfast, but if I did, this would be super yummy. We're getting a really late start to the Sunday. It was, if you guys were in the, I guess from the Michigan thumb down to Mississippi, huge storm system rolled through all day yesterday. Started really Friday. Yesterday was the worst of it for many people. So hope you guys all made it okay and everyone's safe. We definitely got a ton of flooding in the property that we'll probably show you later today. I know Todd's worried about his bees. You saw a lot of other Southeast Michigan beekeepers that...
I did. There's a Facebook group that I'm a member of, and there was 2 different people that live here in Southeast Michigan that had, one guy had his beehives up on pallets and the water was just to the bottom of the bottom box, and another guy, it was halfway up the bottom box.
Yeah, and some of his boxes were like floating away.
Yeah, some of them ended up being toppled over and kind of floated away because I think they were by a creek and the creek rose too high, and so there was a lot of current. And
Yeah.
so we'll go out back and we'll show you kind of what the flooding did to us. We'll check on the bees, and it's pretty out today. After
sun's out.
2 days of rain and clouds and thunder in January.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
The sun's shining today. We got a little dusting of snow, so we'll take you guys out there later and show you that.
Yes. And stay tuned because I have... Is this going to be our first unboxing ever? I don't know.
As much as you want to call it. And
It's an unboxing.
well, yeah, kind of a surprise.
I am unboxing it for you guys. And I'm super excited because it's really just another big step to self-sufficiency.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Can you guess what it is?
what is it? Oh, hint. It's from the great land of Canada.
Fun.
Yeah.
So we're going to finish up our breakfast. I still have my 5 other sandwiches I need to make still. Wrap them up in aluminum foil, just toss them in the fridge. In the mornings I can pop it out, throw it in the microwave, and eat it on my way to work.
There you go. See you guys in a little bit.
It's not working. That's all there is to that. And so I'll finish these last 4. One of the things I wondered if you guys caught during that little montage at the beginning, did you see Rachel put that little white powdery substance in her scrambled egg mixture that she was making? That was baking soda. You put a tiny little spoon of baking soda in your scrambled eggs in the morning when you're making them, and they'll fluff up extra fluffy. So give it a try.
It's like 1/8 of a teaspoon per 2 eggs, so not much. So the first thing that we're gonna check out is my garden. I did see it from a distance while I was taking care of the goats this morning. And we've been complaining about this for 2 years and we still haven't come up with a solution. But I'm gonna show you guys, and maybe we've got some new followers that have good ideas on maybe what we can do to...
Yeah.
It floods every time we get a really bad rain. And this is one of the reasons in our top 10 video series that we're putting out. And I said, patience. Don't put in a garden right away. Wait and see where the water sets on your ground. We did not do that. Listen, it's a lesson learned. So I think the main thing I was concerned about was whether or not my garlic is going to flood. I know this floods every year. Let me just get out here. Yeah, see, it's over my boots. It's pretty deep. Yeah, it's not. I think we're gonna be. Been working at building the soil level up back here, because it does flood back there and overflow into my garden. But the garlic's not drowning, so that's good. So somebody was surprised that we actually had cilantro still growing. I couldn't believe it myself how winter hardy this stuff is. And here's the cilantro. It still tastes just amazing. You know, it's got some browning on the edges of the leaves, but it's really, really good. So I'm gonna grow it again in the fall next year. Super awesome. So I don't know if I ever showed you guys what I did at the end of the season last year, but these are my artichoke plants. And I basically built out of straw, kind of like a mound of loose straw over it, and took all my old corn stalks and kind of built like teepee structures over them to kind of lift up and hold the weight of the snow. So we're gonna see if it works. And if it works, I'll be really happy. But they had to be insulated from the cold, so that'll be cool.
So you follow us, you probably saw every spring we get this little pond that forms because it's a low spot on our property. And we've never really had to deal with it in the winter like this before. So come spring, we'll probably pump it out like we normally do. And I don't really know what we can do about it. We could haul in more dirt and build this up. But yeah, I can see you. But all of that, all this water is going to go somewhere. Whether if we build this up, it's just going to go somewhere else. So
I think we need to dig that out and make our pond.
Yeah, we may just embrace
the pond.
The pond and clear some of these trees or all of these trees and dig this out. I think they're safe. We would have to get probably 10 or 12 more times water. We got 2 inches of rain yesterday is basically what we got. And this is the threat, which not really that bad. So I think where I have them, while there's going to be a lot of moisture here, I think they're going to be safe. A couple of the people that we saw on Facebook, I actually found a couple more, had them in really low spots near creeks and it would flood up, and I think we're good here. Are you warm?
No.
No? Are you warm enough?
Sure.
You want to go on an adventure?
All right, where are we going?
I thought about going like back to where the back fence row and go back through into the field, and we'll walk down to where the creek is.
Oh, we've never shown them the creek, I don't think.
Yeah, see how high the creek is.
All right.
So for perspective of where we are, this is almost to the back part of our property. Our house is up there, there's our bees. Gardens behind that grove of trees there. It's our game trail camera, and this is basically where we spent most of our time hunting this fall.
Yeah.
Right back where that little green grass part is. So there's another low spot here. It always fills up with water here as well. Where it is, I don't really care. A lot of it doesn't stay around too long because most of our soil is sandy, so it dissipates pretty well.
And that back corner is pretty clay, so it holds on to it
Right.
really well.
Well, we're gonna cut through. There's a little trail here where the deer use. So we'll cut through there and show you what's behind our property. Pictures.
So, farm field, USA. This farmer grows corn and soybean, rotating. So last year was soybean, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
And I think he lives right over there where that red barn is, if you can see that. And this direction, where the little creek is that runs through there. And it used to be all trees up until this last spring. The county came through, the drain commission came through, and they cut down all the trees and they dug out the whole creek. So
Yeah, which should help it. It shouldn't rise as high and flood as easy.
right. So we'll walk over and take a look at it and see how it's doing.
We just found some, we're going to show you a couple things right here, but look at this cluster of pheasantback mushrooms. Aren't they beautiful? They're a little too old now, of course, but I wish we would have found those when they were at their prime. But here is, can you see this, Todd, in the picture? This is like the actual fence of our property from the old homestead, and there's an old log. But the trees have all pushed and grown on it, fallen on it. A lot of it's like all the way down on the ground. And it would be a huge project to undertake. Not on the plan right now. It's pretty moving pretty quick.
Way higher than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
You can see like some of the logs from all the trees over there that they had a big old excavator. They brought in here bulldozers and
This creek does drain all the way out to Lake Erie. So it goes
yeah.
pretty good distance. So we're going to take you in and show you the goats for a second and what their setup is for this winter after our experience last winter being our first year with goats. What? Did you eat all the hay? Fatty? Oh my gosh. Look how fat she is. You can't hog all the food. So this year, if you remember last year, we did the stacked straw bales and old hay bales around the goat house. This year we didn't do that. We just stuck with the same setup that we had for the summer. And all I'm doing is deep bedding. So every other week or so I come in and throw down a whole nother straw bale just to keep their bedding fresh. And having these panels, these clear panels, really warms it up a lot in here. And last night was one of our colder nights, and they do just fine. I think last year they proved that they can make it through those -40 polar vortexes just fine, so we didn't feel the need to go crazy this year. Look how fat she is. Girl, you're gonna have to go on a diet. Yeah. She bullies Philia and doesn't let Philia get the first helping. All right, guys, are you ready for this? I know I am. I'll tell you the story behind it after we get it out and you see what it is. This is like dangerous tape. Okay. I can't show you the top though because it's got the label. Okay, ready? Tiny little box. Look at that! Yay! Our first ever incubator. So why did we buy an incubator? Our chickens are getting old. They're going on their 3rd year and their egg production has definitely started to dwindle. So I went to go buy chickens, like from McMurray Hatchery or something like that. They're expensive, number one. And honestly, it was like Anne at Farm Girl in the Making knew what I was doing because that same day she posted she had a 20% off coupon. So she must be an affiliate with Brisnea. I think that's how you pronounce it. Brinzia. And this is just the small one because we don't need a lot of eggs. I think it holds 7 eggs and it does like the auto rotating and all that stuff. So I don't have to fool with it. So I'm just waiting for my girls to start laying eggs again. And I just got lucky with my chickens. They're amazing egg producers. I have a Rhode Island Red, a Golden Comet, and 2 Barred Rocks. And then we hatched our own rooster last year. He's been working up a storm. So I know I'll be able to get some nice fertilized eggs. So yay, if you guys have this and you have any tips for me on how to use it, let me know, if you got lessons learned on what to watch or things that might go wrong or anything like that. But see, it doesn't take up much space. That's nice. But we have a whole new plan for 2020 on how we're going to raise our laying flock. So that's going to be our only decent sized project with respect to farm management here this year that I know of. Todd might know of something else, but anyway, cool, huh? That's it. Surprise, surprise.